Okay, so here we have the Phantom 3 standard. So I bought it from a pawn shop, pretty good deal. But the compass was having problems calibrating. Wouldn't calibrate. So I took it apart, and my compass was broken. So I crashed it, broke the compass off, the connection. So I'm going to try and attempt to solder it on. So that's the piece. I'm missing this solder pad. This one doesn't matter. There's nothing going to it. So here we have a diagram. So the brown wire will go over here since I am missing that solder pad right there. Missing that solder pad, so I'm going to solder the gray to there. Or not the gray, the brown. Putting the brown to there. So then the red, my red is fine. But normally, if you're missing your pad, it'll focus, maybe. So normally the red goes up to here. My orange is also fine. My gray is missing its pad. So I will solder it up to this point right here. So brown, gray. My orange, my red. We'll attempt to do it. This thing's kind of gross. Yeah, you look at that. Attempt to solder it directly to it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I believe I have successfully soldered everything. It's not the prettiest thing, but it's pretty good for not soldering all the time. But so we got brown, gray, orange, and red. I just used a wood burner with a chip that's small enough because our other soldering irons are they've been used, beat up. But oh, what's going on? There we go. But so I will put a battery in it, put the GPS piece back on, see if it works. All right, so I just put the top back on, tested it out. The compass is working perfectly. I'm really happy about that. I was having the hardest time trying to find some forms to like help me figure this out. So then I just got to looking at it and figure out where things go. So this configuration works. This is only if you have your red and orange connectors still. It's not the best work, but works pretty good. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover it in hot glue, protect it a bit, because that wire is showing a little bit right there, and a little bit right on the orange wire too, and the red wire actually. So I'll cover it with hot glue, and we'll be good. Maybe silicone. I don't know if we have silicone. We have hot glue though, but works perfectly. Now I know the Phantom 3 is a couple years old, but if anybody else has one and they need the compass fixed, this will work. You don't need to go and take it. If you have, it's not that expensive. I have this cheap wood burner for years. Just need some tin, some flux, and some solder. This is lead free, but I know the lead ones it requires less heat to melt. But just this couple stuff, you can fix it yourself. You don't have to take it to a repair shop. Now, you do have to be very careful. Steady hands and just some patience. And you can get it. But it's a couple years old. I know that. But if anybody out there still needs things fixed and they would like to get it fixed, this is what you do. But thank you for watching.